Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, and this is going to be a bit of a discussion video about a whole bunch of stuff. Not just the game I'm showing right here, which is Senshi's Revenge, but also a few things about other stuff, starting with Kamihime project. Now, like I said before, I'm not doing a video that pretty much discusses the current event, but the thing is, whoops, I didn't mean to hit that twice. But the thing is, though, there's something I have to point out that you have to be very wary of. First and foremost is the fact that you can indeed debuff the Willem. So if you're doing the Willem fights for Grails and such, then yeah, keep that in mind. However, the bigger thing that gets you is the fact that, oh wow, they killed off some people. But the bigger thing that gets you is the fact that you have to go into the demon battles with a mindset that your debuffs won't work. Do not go in there being debuff reliant. You will get destroyed. Because the chances of debuffs landing on the demon battles is very, very low. I think it might be like an ultimate level type of resistance, which is the second hardest one to deal with. So, that said, do not, I repeat, do not rely on debuffs in the demon fights. That said, either way, if you're going through both Willem and demon fights, you're still going to want a team that can do a whole bunch of buffing. That's why I finally broke out SSR Beelzebub, because I know she can do some stuff. But it's a huge risk for her too. The whole team, in fact, because she's debuffing the team for one of the combo rate buffs. But either way, no matter how you take it on, break out the team that's probably your strongest, but make sure to set up to do a whole bunch of buffing instead of debuffing. If some of them still carry debuffs, like I got Yamaraja who can buff and debuff, then yeah, that's fine. But even then, you still might see a few stick from time to time, so cast them if you have them, but don't make them your focus, is what I'm really trying to say. But in the Willem fights, go nuts. Because the Willems might resist it here and there, but the biggest thing about the Willem fights is the fact that you want to more or less just smite the crap out of them. And speaking of smiting things, you're noticing that I'm doing this stage pretty easily. I even checked too, there's no extra enemies that pop up or whatever on this Giga Hard stage, so, because I literally had somebody run around the whole place. But yeah, the thing I've noticed about this event in particular, if you're playing Senshi's Revenge, this Clockwork Revenge or Clockwork Letter event, the whole thing with that is that these two characters have right here, Croc and Charlotte, you cannot get all their unlocks without liberties. It shouldn't be like that, and I think they know that's an error. I don't know if they're going to do anything about it or not, but this is the last day of the event anyways. Or at least I think it's the last day. But all I know is the event's about to end, and I'm trying to like grind out the rest of the copies just in case. But SSR liberties aren't too hard to get. They even give you a few from this event right here. So if you're trying to get Charlotte up, it's not too hard. Croc is the one that's the harder one to deal with, because UR liberties are hard to combat, and it really is a screw up on their part, because it's like, okay, we get enough copies to get her four copies of her, so we get enough to get 3 unlocks, but where's the other 2? So I think they did address this, and then there's issues with some of the stages itself too. Like, I've yet to see a Giga Rare pop up, and then they did mention that they might have been addressed as well, but who knows. But the main thing about this is that still try to grind it out if you're playing this. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making this my focus. I mean, I've done some of the other event as well, and quite frankly, it's not too hard to do either one, to be quite honest. My team's pretty sufficiently leveled. If you got level 55 characters, especially if they're UR at least, then yeah, you're good to go. I've been spamming the crap out of this. Also, some other stuff that I'm wanting to talk about. Now, remember before how I mentioned the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 stream? Well, I still haven't gotten paid yet, so that's why that's still nothing confirmed on that. That said, I'm still waiting for that to come in. You'll see a video update about that whenever it happens. Main thing behind all of this is the fact that I had to go from unemployment because my job slowed down that much. So, that said, I'm still more or less waiting for that to come in. My job has picked up enough to the point where I get a decent enough paycheck, so depending on what happens, I might end up buying a PlayStation 4 Thursday anyways. But it's still the fact that I got rare gacha tickets, and I got 20 million already. But that's the whole thing with that. Kingdom Hearts 3 is still going to happen. I just have no clue when. So that's the whole thing with that. Yeah, I ain't have to worry about too much more. See, I do want the magic gems for 40 million, but it's taking me 300,000 per run. And that's going to be quite a few runs, actually. 10 runs gives me like 3.3 million. But anyways, getting back to the discussion of things, I still don't want any spoilers about Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'm trying to keep it like that. I have seen a few cases, like I know the Ultimate Weapon's kind of busted, but I still gotta learn how to make that thing and all that. And then I'm hearing that fire spells are pretty strong. It's like, a few things that aren't too heavy spoilers, yeah. But I'm already learning about some busted mechanics. I'll see what they are in there, and I'll decide if I use them or not as I'm playing. Because quite frankly, there's some people that have some weird little standing where it's like, oh, you're not supposed to use this. Like, if you use Balloon and Dream Drop Distance, people will be on your ass. And, well, quite frankly, I don't give a hell. I don't give a damn. I don't know why I said hell. Because here's the whole thing. It's like, people can complain about how I play. But at the end of the day, I still have to play my game. You still have to play yours. It's like, I will go... And this is just with, even the guys that do for all these different games and whatnot. I've been getting asked a whole bunch of crap on Room's Pharmacy lately. But, it's like, regardless of the whole situation, you have to play your own files. You have to play your own account, profile, game, whatever. So, I can give you advice on what I think you should do, and I can give you a heads up, but more or less, you still got to deal with it yourself. So, that's the whole thing about that. But at the same time, please don't try to dictate what I do, because I have my own ways of going about things, especially considering the fact that some of these games, like, say, this one, you may not have the same characters as me. If you did not start off with the pre-register, chances are you don't have Galette, who's this one right here. And I really hate that with Kamihime Project, because there's a few times it comes out of nowhere where it's like, oh hey, you should use this, or you should do that. Sometimes I don't have it, and other times I have my own little solution. At the end of the day, all that matters is when you clear the content. Like for this, I'm sending out Yuriki, who I got from the previous event, and just beating the crap out of them with her. Now, if I had Holly, it'd be a different story, because Holly, I do believe, can do more damage. But I don't have Holly because I didn't start then. Heck, I don't have too many copies of a few of these UR girls that came from events, like Leocadia and Karen. Yeah. The only one I fully upgraded so far is the Archer girl from one of the previous events, and she's fast. But yeah, that's the whole thing with that. And also, it may seem like I'm slowing down with uploading and all that too, but this is the last thing I gotta mention. I've been kind of slowing down because I've been doing multiple things, and then something really came out of nowhere recently, and it just threw me off for a loop for a moment. But I do in fact have siblings, and I have an older brother, an older sister, and a younger sister. My sisters aren't full-blood siblings, but they're still siblings nonetheless. Now, the whole thing is, I found out my older sister ended up having a stroke. So I had to go double check on all that. So if there's any of my union members that's watching this video from Kamihime Project, yeah, that's why I couldn't do too much of crap yesterday. We're going to just try and go through Ultimate Kills on another day. But that's the whole thing. It's just that is something very serious. It is something very scary because, of course, people can die from strokes. I had to go double check that. So if it seems like I might have slowed down on videos, then yeah, that's one reason why. Another is the fact that I'm still playing multiple things as well. And the third is the fact that I'm trying to get my money together. I mean, I also know how to do taxes as well, which is another interesting thing. So, yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I also know how to do taxes, so I'm more or less getting paid for that off to the side as well. But at the same time too, and I normally don't talk about this crap, but we did get screwed over on taxes if you're living in the US, because we do get a higher deduction, but it's not refundable, meaning it's not a deduction that will go to your pocket if what you owe on taxes is already paid off. But the bigger thing about that is the fact that we're also putting in less money towards taxes. So, yeah, I will flat out say this. I absolutely hate Trump. I don't like Hillary either. But Trump screwed us over. He's not the only one, but he's one of the main offenders because of the fact that he's the one that keeps suggesting such stupid crap. It's like, no, if you're going to be the public face, you're going to have to take a lot of responsibility. But believe me, I believe a lot of the government's kind of messed up, because even if we get Trump out of office, well, hey, guess what? We got to deal with Pence, and he seems like he'll be even sneakier. He's the guy that knows how to keep his mouth shut. But enough about that, because I don't really like talking about politics too much. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the game I'm designing. I'm still spitballing ideas and whatnot, but to be quite honest, I still haven't done anything too major on it because of the fact that I'm trying to update RPG Maker. And for me to do that, I actually have to literally get a copy, because I got one through torrents. I'm not even going to lie about that. But now I'm actually going to go out and buy one and support them, and hey, guess what? That's going to run me $80. But then I'll be able to update it from, like, I think it's 1.4 to 1.6 or 1.7. Once that happens, I'll get in the process of working on my game more, because you can indeed play a demo of it, but that's not the real demo one out. It's more like a beta. When I do an official demo, that's going to be the last thing I do for a while on it, at least for public releases. So that I want to be up to snuff, especially since that one's like the updated demo is going to be able to be on phones. So that's where I'll start working on getting it in the App Store or whatever. But that's the whole thing with that. And I am not paying the iPhone one, because Android, you can get a developer kit and then you just give out like a flat, I think it was 25, and you're good to go. iPhone, you have to pay $100 a freaking year to keep it running. I'd rather do that with the main game, if anything, and well, guess what? This game's going to be free, so I'm going to be doing that out of pocket if that's the case. iPhone's probably not happening. But Android definitely will. Because that's kind of screwed up how iPhone wants to charge you like 4 times more, and you have to keep paying them, instead of, you know, the one-time payment for a developer kit. But yeah, I'm going to definitely still keep working on the game here and there. I'm going to learn how to do some music too, so that can be a side project while I'm trying to wait for the chance to update the thing. Because I want to add more of my own music in there. If you've noticed, some of them is like original songs, and I've even got it on my channel. There's quite a few music that I posted there. But like my oldest videos is like music I came up with, and some of them actually did get a lot of decent feedback. At least at the time, because I didn't really have that many subscribers. Now it's like almost 1,000. And that's the other thing too that I want to talk about. I'm getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, there's a few things I was going to end up definitely holding up my promises on. If you want to know what they are, look at the previous subscriber celebration video, which I think was 500. But, that's the whole thing with that. I will definitely get more... Whoa, what the heck happened there? I will definitely get more serious about YouTube if I get 1,000 subscribers, because then I'll able to be frequently paid about it. And that's where I might start taking things a little bit more seriously. I still say screw YouTube's algorithms and all this other crap, but more or less I'll just be trying to get incomes wherever I can. That's where I might even do a Patreon, but I definitely will do something that will be like a little sad outlet. Like, I'm sort of leaning towards Twitter and maybe making a Discord, but that's it. But if I make a Discord, it's more likely towards people that's joined my unions or whatever on these games. The Twitter is going to be more of a public face type thing. So, that's how it is, because I kind of don't want to do Facebook. I do indeed have a Facebook account, but Facebook shows your actual names until you rename it, and, well, I'm not exactly up for that just yet. I mean, I would mention that I released some of what my name is at 1,000 subscribers, maybe the full thing, but who knows. But it's still the fact that, well, it's still a thought. I might even still do it beforehand, because, again, I'm getting pretty close, and I am getting a few per week, so that's something to know about. Heck, if people even spread word, it can sip and pick up a lot faster. Who knows? That's up to you if you really want to spread word or not. Because I would like for it to happen, but I don't pressure people into it, because that's not how it should be. Because it's not like I need to go posting on every single video, please like and subscribe. It's like, no, you're a little too thirsty for that. But, that's the whole thing. I had 1,000 subscribers, look to a lot more updated stuff. And like I said, I'll get more serious about this, so I'll start getting better microphones, because I know the one I'm using right now is probably crap. But, yeah, that's something to definitely look forward to, because that's when it starts saying, oh, hey, you're actually making a decent YouTube thing. That, and I'll be 1/10 of the way from 10,000, which will end up opening the community tab. So I'll be able to start posting stuff on that. So, yeah, that's the whole thing with that. And then they give you a silver play button if you get 100 subscribers, or, yeah, silver play button, and a gold player for 1 million. And I think a diamond one is 10 million. Why don't they have a bronze at 10,000 is beyond me. But, or no, I think you need 1,000 for the community tab, but anyways. Like I said, stuff to look forward to. And one very last thing, if there is any games you guys want me to try and play as suggestions, make sure they're one of 3 things. Either on Steam, because I do have that, on PlayStation 4 when I officially get one, or on PC. I'll be willing to try them out and possibly even record them. So keep that in mind. But how long it will take me to do so will vary, because remember, I still have a full-time job and I'm still uploading and all that. This isn't one of the videos I'm editing, so I just get to record it and put it straight up. But the ones that I do edit, like the Kamihime project videos, I put music in and all that, that stuff takes a while. There was one time I tried to do a video and it took 5 fucking hours to fucking edit. And then it took another 1 or 2 to record. It was ridiculous. I do believe it was one of the Rabby Ribby videos where I was going through on a high loop number. And it was crazy. It took so long to edit. It took so long to post. It was ridiculous. And that was before Windows Movie Maker wanted to have that little fiasco, which actually downgraded how good it works. Because it will still work, but now it's even slower to load and react. So, God forbid I have to do another video like that. But anyways, that's all for this. I'm going to get back to grinding this a little bit. And then I might switch over to Kamihime project because, you know, it's Sunday. I can start leveling some of them Himes. And I'm getting close to getting Awakening Akala. She's already got her 4 stars. I just need to get her to level 80. But anyways, that's all for this. I'm definitely going to do more on both Kamihime Project and this. Don't forget about that, because I really started to like Senshi's Revenge, and I've already invested $50 into it for the UR thing. But and Kamihime is one of my most frequently watched vids. It's not the ones that get the most view count, but it's the ones that get the most loyal watch counts, basically. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm more likely to get views on a Kamihime thing, if anything else. So, that said, it's still going to be one of the videos I do a lot of. And I am getting way into Shin Nizuki. I recently posted a video on that if you haven't seen it. But anyways, that's all for this. I'm going to get back to all these. I've been talking for a while anyways, which I tend to do a lot. But keep this one thing in mind about this event too, that I'm playing or have been showing for who knows how long. Absolutely try to get as many copies of these guys if possible if you are playing this game, because, like I said, there's been a huge glitch error type thing. And Final Fantasy Brave Exvius has had it too, but you can look that info up on your own. But, yeah, you really should be getting 6 copies of the Event Girls, but they only had 4 in there, so make sure you at least get all 4 of them. That's why I've been grinding this out. I might be very close to that 26 million right now anyways. But, that's all for now. I want to keep this up. Oh yeah, 2 more runs and I got it. And anyways, plus I'm kind of stupid. I could have took her and upgraded her and got more bonus. But anyways, that's all for this, guys. Take care.